and welcome to Cantick Head Lighthouse in the Orkney Isles. Now the whole reason of my trip to Orkney was to come to this place. The owners have very kindly gifted us 2 nights here so that I can try and complete my lighthouse photography mission. And this is an old lighthouse cottage that I'm guessing the old lighthouse keepers used to stay in, and it's now let out as a self-catering let. And it is such a lovely place. It's so beautiful. I mean, right now the weather outside is wild. It's very windy, it's raining, what you kind of would expect, I guess, in the Scottish Highlands and the Isles, should I say, at this time of year. But it's so nice and cosy in here, and I can't wait to spend the next 2 nights here sharing this gorgeous location with you all and taking plenty of photographs. Now sadly, as I say, the weather today is not great, but that means we're going to enjoy the accommodation. This evening I'm going to go out exploring, potentially get some twilight shots with the lighthouse flashing, but tomorrow the weather is looking to be stunning. So I'm going to spend the day exploring the Isle of Hoy, and then we're going to hopefully as well get a nice sunrise and sunset here, which I'll be able to get more photographs for my mission. So I look forward to sharing this weekend with you all. But before I get started on the adventures, let me show you around this incredibly beautiful self-catering let. Here at Cantick Head. I didn't do much filming, or any filming actually, after we arrived yesterday. I thought it was nice just to relax, to get to know the area, to walk around, to just enjoy being here, and the weather wasn't the best, so it wasn't very good for photography or doing very much anyway. But today the weather is meant to be a lovely mix of sunshine and showers with very little wind, so I'm really hopeful to get some nice photographs of this lighthouse today, starting with this morning. It is now half an hour until sunrise. It's not looking too promising. There's some breaks in the clouds, but not too much. But I'm going to go out anyway and hope for the best, and hopefully get some interesting photographs of this beautiful place, and yeah, get it ticked off my lighthouse photography mission. So let's head outside and do that now. I love locations like this, you know, locations that you can just rock up out of bed and walk a tiny distance to the spot that you want to take photographs at. No driving, no travelling, you're already there. What a morning. Unfortunately, we've not got the gorgeous sunrise light that I was expecting yet. The pre-sunrise light anyway, you know, those gorgeous colours and gorgeous clouds. This morning was looking hopeful and tomorrow morning is looking hopeful. So if we don't get a good sunrise this morning, I've got a second chance tomorrow morning. But I'm yet to wait for the actual sun to rise. There's quite a bit of cloud on the horizon, so I'm not going to be too hopeful for that gorgeous orange glow, but there is still 10 minutes yet until official sunrise, so I'm going to keep myself hopeful and just see for the best. I've taken a few quick shots of the lighthouse as it is. Although the light isn't amazing, we've got a lovely blue colour in the sky, very soft pastel-y colour, and I really like sort of the soft pastels that it's creating. It's just a nice feel, I think, to this image, and sort of showcases this nice still morning that we've got here in Orkney. Beautiful morning indeed. One thing I really like to do when the conditions are like this, you know, where they're good and they're nice but they could be better, is put a polarizing filter on my camera. Now the reason I like to do this is because sometimes that filter can have effects that you weren't maybe expecting, and this morning I thought I'd put it on and just play around with it and see if it made any difference to the sky. Because although I was really liking those pastel-y colours, I wondered whether it would bring out some more of the sort of definition around the clouds, and in many ways it has. So here you can see what the photograph looks like without a polarizer, and here you can see what the photograph will look like with a polarizer. And it's quite a stark difference in many ways, and I don't know which I prefer, to be honest, but I do see that the second one can, you know, using the polarizer can definitely give a little bit more definition around the clouds. So I get asked quite a lot why I use a polarizer in landscape photography, and the truth is because it can have so many different effects on your photographs. You know, as well as bringing out the blues on a nice crisp blue sunny day and removing reflections from water, it can also really add a lot of definition to skies, and it can do all sorts, you know. And even though I've been using polarizers now for probably 9-10 years, I'm still every week discovering sort of new things that they can do for my photography, or, you know, when I mess around with them and use them in photographs, I can sometimes create effects that I wasn't maybe expecting and bring a photograph that wasn't that great back to life. And in some ways, like I say, I think this morning kind of proves that, and showcases that, you know, a polarizer can really change certain aspects of your image. So I'll put up the polarized image now and you can decide which one you like the best. Was the tiniest of sunrise light poking through the clouds, but the clouds are getting more and more dense over on the horizon with the sun's due to rise. So another thing I'm looking at just now is how the clouds are moving over the lighthouse. Staying in the same position, my tripod's still in the same spot that it was at before. Maybe moving my camera slightly left to right to change the sort of composition ever so slightly. But one thing I'm just sort of looking at is how the clouds are moving over the lighthouse itself, and each cloud is a different shape and size, and it's giving a different effect and a sort of different feel to the image in many ways. And sometimes the clouds are in a position where the image looks more balanced, and sometimes they're in a position where there's a lot of empty sky and not much going on. So another tip there for you, actually, you know, if you're expecting gorgeous sunrise light or wanting gorgeous sunrise light and you maybe don't get it, just have a look at what else is going on in the landscape. And one thing I always teach in talks and workshops and stuff is this idea of trying to photograph what's not always there, and the majority of time that is light. You know, it will be the sunrise, the sunset, the crashing waves, whatever's going on in nature. But if you've not got those elements when you're on location, look at the clouds. And this morning I'm quite lucky because it's not windy at all down here, but I get the feeling that there's a bit of wind up in the sky because the clouds are moving reasonably fast over my scene, and sort of every minute or so the composition and the way the clouds are interacting with the sky is completely different than, you know, the minute before. So a good tip there, always look at the clouds. Don't get frustrated too much if the light's not doing what you want. Look at what is going on and what you know you can control, and what you can control is your patience as you wait for clouds to roll over and that composition to potentially be made better by where those clouds are situated. Yeah, a good way to enjoy a stunning location like this on a beautiful calm morning like today. I have to say, one thing that's taken my fancy a little bit more than the lighthouse this morning is the beautiful ripples in the water. And the sea this morning is pretty calm, but there's these lovely ripples here, and because we're out in a peninsula, there's these incredible currents that are just sort of coming around this this peninsula and sort of merging with each other, and some of the shapes in the water are just incredible. Every minute they are changing, you know, they're swirling around each other. It's just so beautiful, and I'm debating whether to get back into the cottage and get the telephoto lens out and zoom into them and try and get some, you know, interesting, I guess, fine art style photographs of this water, because especially because we've not got much light just now and it's still early morning, you know, the way the light's hitting the water is just so beautiful as well, and it's bringing out these fantastic textures and colours. So yeah, I think I might go and do that just now. If I do, you will see it in the next video. If I don't, you won't. But as always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching. There will be at least one more video from this beautiful lighthouse. My plan is to go and explore Hoy today, go to the Old Man of Hoy, one of the world famous sea stacks that we've got here in Scotland. Never been to it before. I saw it from the ferry the other day as I came over, but I've never, you know, properly been to it and seen it from land. So that's our plan today, and then this evening it's meant to be a nice calm evening, so I'm going to be back here hopefully photographing this lighthouse at sunset, although the sun sets in the wrong direction, but that's the plan. And then I want to be out here for when it takes its first blink. That's something I love to do when I'm photographing lighthouses, is watch it as it turns from day to night and that flash begins. So hopefully going to get some interesting photographs this evening from here, and then tomorrow morning, if I'm not too tired, I'll probably get up and do another sunrise shoot, because yeah, tomorrow morning the weather conditions are very similar to this morning, and if we didn't have that annoying bank of cloud on the horizon, we would have got that gorgeous sunrise. So there is stuff going on now actually. I'm not really sure. Part of me wants to wait and see if it kicks off a bit more, but part of me really wants to get photographs of these ripples before they disappear. Yeah, a tricky decision, but either way, whatever happens, you'll find out in the next episode. As always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching. I hope you're able to get out and about and enjoy the beautiful nature and everything that's in your country and really immerse yourself in it. Yeah, what a morning, beautiful. I look forward to hopefully seeing you all again next time.